through these doors is presented by Gate City Bank.
This is Jack. Jack has a debit card from Gate City Bank. However, it looks like a little night ninja took off with his card, as they sometimes do. But lucky for Jack, he can freeze his missing debit card with the tap of his mobile app. And even if his card is stolen or lost for good, he can go to any Gate City Bank location to get a new card issued instantly. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Hundreds of students line the south side of the Ralph before each game to secure their seat close to the action. But there's some who are extra dedicated. For more on that, here's Taylor Budge with the story of the student superfans.
There's something special about game day.
Yeah, what?
And at Ralph Engelstad Arena, that's no exception.
Go, go, go!
It's not only the players working for a win.
Heater and bags, and then we're good.
The team setting up outside is also prepping for their showtime.
It's kind of no secret that UND is some of the greatest fans in college hockey, and we're just a small part of that.
It's hard to miss at the student entrance. The big gray fishing house.
What do you need?
Holding not only the little bit of warmth on a cold winter afternoon.
It was that time I was negative 25 out, and it was cold. And my propane went out, and I had no propane for the rest of my shift.
But some of UND's biggest fans. All for the best spot in college hockey.
That would be section 108, row A. It's right up there by the penalty box of the other team. It's where the other team enters, and it gives us the best spot to chirp him. He's just rolling his foot on a ball. He's got nothing to say.
I'm obviously a right defenseman. When I'm at the point on offense in the second period, you can kind of hear him and see him right there, and I can't imagine taking a penalty on the other team with those guys right there.
It's a tradition that dates back more than a decade. 30 of the most passionate and energetic North Dakota hockey fans spending hundreds of hours a season inside this tent, many of them before the sun even rises.
North Dakota, here's to you. It's been passed on generation to generation. People that we find that are true UND hockey fans, that are students here, we invite them into the group and continue to grow every year with new students as they come and go.
We're in North Dakota, obviously. There's nothing much to do around here. Not gonna lie.
We come here at 8 or 7:30 in the morning for, early morning stretch, and you can see the tents are already set up outside, and they got the gates out there, and so obviously, they have a lot of dedication.
This group is so dedicated, there's even an Excel spreadsheet assigning who will be first in line to set up the tent.
All right, we're here bright and early at the Ralph. Setting up the tent. We're first in line.
It's more of a responsibility than you think. You have to show up to every game. You gotta sit a shift or something for the tent. It's more time out of your day than most people care to realize.
All right, here we are officially. Tent's all set up. Took about 5-10 minutes to get put up. A little snowy out here. Nice empty day at the Ralph.
No matter the opponent on the ice or the weather outside, this group will be there.
3 years ago, maybe, there was a blizzard around October. Horrible, horrible blizzard. And we were still here in the snow, even before the snow removal crews. There's no weather conditions we will not set up in.
Yeah, I'm from Arizona, so I don't really have that many layers. I just come with what I show up in, and then I realize the next game that I should probably put on some more stuff.
It's less about the wins or losses.
Go up front, go up front, go up front, up front, up front, up front.
And more about the memories and carrying on a tradition.
There's a lot of people I know who have moved on to their real jobs and their real careers. And this is one of the things that they remember the most about their time at UND.
So when the doors open,
let's go, baby! Let's go!
it's their showtime.
A lot of cold nights, a lot of rowdy games, a lot of chants, some pretty intense victories and some pretty tough losses. But at the end of the day, it's just about being here with all the people who love what we do.
The best fans in college hockey will make their way back to the Ralph this weekend as UND squares off with Minnesota Duluth. Both teams keen to make a playoff push. Something has to give on Friday night.
Yeah, I know they're a good team. I know the standings might show differently, but every team we play here on out is going to be good. It's going to be a hard-fought battle, so we're just going to have to play our game and tighten up a little defensively this weekend.
It's playoff mode now for us. No time to waste, and can't take a game for granted, but we won't look past this Friday one, so we can't think about our past losses. We learn from them, but dwelling on those it's not going to do us any good come Friday against Duluth, a team that's also hungry.
We all know personally we need to get a lot better, but just learn from each other's mistakes and really pay attention to video and then apply it to the ice. And I know we've been really dialing in on our D-zone coverage. And it's kind of good. Yesterday and this morning we just went through video and really broke it down and split into forwards and D groups and just said, it invites more questions. And I think we had a lot more discussion and really break down the nitty-gritty details.
It's pretty easy to look at the score and be like, oh, they got swept. When you really break down video, you look at what was going well, what wasn't going well, some of the little things that we can work on. I think it also just came down to us second-guessing ourselves in the D-zone. We're doing the right things when a little bit of panic comes into our game. Then we start second-guessing. We can't have that no ambivalence in our game, and just knowing that, having confidence in our preparation.
Just looking around in the hallways, I think the pictures and the accomplishments are here for a reason. And I think there's a mold and there's a culture and a brand that they've created, and you gotta stick to it for the most part. I mean, you can make little tweaks and details, but you stick to what works. In hard, heavy hockey, I think that's the brand of North Dakota, just fast and hard, and you can kind of tweak from there.
Obviously, we want to end it off strong at home. We understand that this is our last home weekend before we hit the road again, and we'll attack that when it gets here, but we really want to finish off strong here, especially for our fans here.
The biggest thing that comes into my mind is we just owe it to the fans. Like, we have such the best fans in my opinion here, so it just put a hole in my stomach just thinking, we let them down.
I think it's super important. We're going to go on the road here shortly, and games are only going to get harder as the year goes on, so every game matters at this point, especially for pairwise.
12 games left here in the regular season, so it's crunch time, and we know every game, every minute counts. So, like I said, we won't look past the Friday game, turn our attention to that, but it is playoff mode, so treat it like a playoff game, do or die.